Hi, how y'all doing? This is Joanna here with a Hartford Sunday, I guess, because why not? Right? Be like, okay, let's just do the same thing I actually did with the freaking hockey team, and let's do it in baseball, because why not? Yeah, but this is actually something I didn't know with MLB The Show 20, because I usually just continue the franchises from year to year, you know? But this time I actually deleted Miami and decided to go, hey, let's just do a different team. And oh my God, you can put in custom teams. Woo! I like doing that. But yeah, yeah, and
All in
so
one.
I was like, okay, you don't have the one thing I don't like is you don't have an expansion slot. Meaning, if you want to create a team, you literally got to take out one. So I took out the Orioles. That's fine, no problem, no biggie. I could actually do a couple of different teams if I wanted to, but I don't want to. You know. The reason I did the Orioles was because well, two reasons. One, I didn't want to do the Red Sox, or a team I actually like, and two, it was kind of like one of those things. If you're gonna be like expansion team or you know or a custom team, you might as
Ball
well start off
inside.
with expansion, right? And if you're an expansion team, you know you're gonna be hot garbage, so go with a bad team. The only mistake I made was leaving the budgets on, because that's not good. Because this is actually something I usually do it in like a very different way. I don't ever usually I'm not usually the one to go spend crazy, you know, when I don't have the budgets on. You know what I mean? I usually try to keep it realistic. If you're a small market team, I'll go really realistic most of the time. You know what I mean? Like, because if we can go over like about a little bit.
Ball
But when
one
the
for the count.
budgets are off, you can't even play. When the budgets are on, you can't even play a game if you're like over a buck. So it's like, okay, that's why I usually take them off. Is just like in that, how do I realistically play? With the budgets off, is more like, just okay. They're all billionaires and ownership. So yeah, but crap, I'm like really losing my mind here. What I'm trying to say is when you put the budgets on, it just takes a lot more work and not a lot of fun. You know, it is possible. I used to do it when I was doing like MLB The Show 13. It is definitely possible, but it is kind of a lot harder, a lot more inconvenient, and it really is going to put a lot of emphasis on the farm. Because if you look at my roster, it's a lot of the only old guy is Chris Davis. Because let's face it, he was somewhat. I literally traded away the other Chris Davis for him because I was like, I want to get rid of this guy. I want to get rid of. I know this is gonna sound weird because both of them are not in particularly good contracts. But Chris Davis was god awful, so he had no contact. And I mean, when you're looking at the one I currently have as a better contact hitter, oof, that's terrible. So that was one of those things where it's like, okay,
Outside.
we,
That's a
we
ball.
upgraded, but we didn't really upgrade because we acquired a massive salary, whatever.
Ball.
But you
That's
get
off the
my
plate.
point. It was a mild upgrade because we got a better player. Offensively, defensively, no. But yeah, that's one of those things. I was like, okay, and then we got a couple more ones. That's all good. That's okay. There we go. But yeah, the other thing I did was I traded away Trey Mancini because again that was more like a okay, we got to get a prospect trade, That was like one of those things where it's like, yeah, Trey Mancini, let's just show the bench because that's where one of them's sitting. Jazz Chisholm, I know he was a good player in the Marlins system, so I went out and traded basically Trey Mancini for him. And that, like, one of those things where you're just like, oh, come on. Damn it. Yeah. But I traded away Trey Mancini because he's 28, and that was one of those things where it was like he he was the best piece I could get rid of. You know what I mean? Like that, like the best piece available to get rid of. You know, not like not like Chris Davis where it's like okay, we just need to get rid of him. No, Trey Mancini was the trade piece. You know, and it was one of those things I had to get rid of him. I actually hate that because like he's still a good player, and I feel bad because he's actually didn't he go through cancer or something in real life? So yeah, I don't feel great about that. But that was like one of those things. I'd rather see like the player be good on my team, but like if he's not going to be good, if he's not helping the team win, then it's not worth having him. You know, like because what's the best analogy as a fan? I want to see players win championships and teams win championships, right? But if a great player is on a team and he's not winning, that kind of is like one of those things where it's like you almost want to free the player from the situation, you know? Because it's like this guy is not going to go anywhere. He's not going to, you know what I mean? It's one of those things. Like, and also, I mean, he was 28, so it wasn't like I was going to give up. You know, like I wasn't gonna. He was at the. What's the best way
Nope.
to put it? His
The count
prime
is 1-2.
would be not in my team's window. You know what I mean? What's because you know you're looking at like a few years to rebuild, like multiple years, not like the other times when I've done bad teams where you're like, oh, this team has some talent, this team has no talent, you know? So it was like, okay, we got to get rid of
Did he go?
everybody. It's basically going to be a young team because you know, let's face it, it's all about getting prospects. We can't draft them. We got to trade for them. If we got to trade for them, we got to get guys that are tradable. You know, you know what I mean? That's what you got to do. And one of the tactics I actually like, and I never really thought about it, was if you have a bad team like the Orioles or in this case the Whalers do, you sign free agents, right? But you sign them
The count,
not
0-2.
because you want them to compete. You don't want to build a champion that way. No. What you do is you sign them and then you trade them for better players. You know what I mean? And that, like, hey, the way I look at it is like it's like the same thing for an athlete if they're coming off an injury. We sign that 1 year deal, we trade them for somebody better. And you know what I mean? It works a little bit both ways, right? They sign that 1 year deal, they prove it, they get a better contract next time, you know?
Ball.
Because like at this point,
Ball
we're
one,
not
one
in the
strike.
position to like go out and sign free agents to 7 year deals and then watch as we win World Series. No, we're actually at the we're in the toilet bowl, you know. So this is like one of those things where I'm just trying to like give out like a pretty good piece of advice. If you sign contracts, make them manageable, you know. Like I still can't believe they got. I traded away Jose Iglesias and the first baseman
Count,
Chris
1-0.
Davis for the outfielder Chris Davis. I'm looking at it like, bruh, like, why would you make
Ball
that
2.
deal of you're the Orioles?
2 balls, no strike.
Of your actually the Athletics, that was the team that literally I traded with.
No, that's
And
down.
it's like, why would you make that deal? Like, I was thinking about it. I'm like, okay, Iglesias is actually a really decent shortstop, but he's not that good, you know. He's not like world beater. Oh, and the game's tied. But yeah, Iglesias isn't that good. Like, and Chris Davis is not awful. What the fuck? And then I realized the other guy, had a $16 million contract. So
Nope, that's down.
yeah, that was not smart. But that was also not terrible. You know, one of those things where you're like, yeah, this isn't that bad. You know what I mean?
2-0.
It's like looking at it from last half, what was it? Get rid of Chris Davis for a pretty good upgrade in the power department. Not in the and not in any other department, but you know, yeah, pretty good upgrade. You know, Chris, the outfielder is actually probably better because it's like we're not going to be good. Let's just get somebody that we can get off the books, and let's see if we can get them off the books. So that because Chris Davis is going to be paid for a while, you know, and I don't, and he's not good, so fuck him. You know, it's like he's. I have him on the Red Sox back when the roster was like in 2014 mode. He was
3 and
good,
2.
not anymore. You know. So that's one of those things I always kind of bring up. Like some of these guys, like the roster. When you do the rosters, man, it gets fun after like this many years, and you realize, yeah, Chris Davis is shit. You know. You know. And I mean that with respect, because even the worst baseball player is better than me in real life. You know, it's like the worst baseball player is an accomplishment. I can't believe I shrunk that logo way too much, but whatever. And also, I don't know. This is my first time doing this. Not that bad. I've actually had worse creative team unis. You know, just saying.
Out.
Yeah, it's kind of fun to be honest with you to do that because it's like, you know, I live in Connecticut, so of course I'm going to do the capital city of Connecticut's team. You know, why would I not? Like, you know. Of course, we're gonna just have a 1-2-3 really bad in here, but
He's out.
yeah, probably should lay off some pitches or something. Not because I think any of these guys are good hitters, more because I don't want to go with their 3-pitch inning really just yet. Yeah, and that was
Ball
way inside,
inside.
so kind of made that one easy. It's so good to do this though.
That's
It's
out.
good to get a Sunday video out, baseball and hockey, but it's also good to like to not do that, right? Don't do that. That wasn't
Got him.
good. But trading away Trey Mancini was like necessary. Trading away some of these guys, especially like because learning from my earlier franchise that I'd done with the Orioles, it's like you keep those players too long, they lose all value, and then you have to be crazy, you know? It's also like one of those
0-2.
things where I'm looking at it from the perspective of like, yeah, why not, you know? There we go, get that guy at first.
Out.
Yeah, like I'd actually, I wasn't trying to say I'd done the Orioles to the point where I know that roster, because I mean I started different years and shit, but different rosters and all that. But it was like, you know, what do I do? You know, I'm like, crap. I'm like, I gotta
That's a
keep my
ball.
nighttime meds. It's like way too late to do a video, and I'm like, yeah. I know this is why I don't usually bring this up, but man, medicine's important. You know? Oh, there's lithium. Yeah, I'm bipolar, so whatever that means to anybody. And let's take a little Cinepril, because I can't have nice things anymore. Just can't, damn it. The good thing is he's not going to steal second, I think.
Safe.
Right? Like, just kill time. No, well, not really kill time again. We're not good. Come on.
1-0.
Like, oh. Hey. Okay. So weird. I was like, this is a really kind of interesting. I like the uniforms a little bit, I guess. I don't know. Too bad they went late. The one thing I would say
That's an
about
out.
this custom
Out.
team stuff is they wouldn't let me do the alternate uniforms like NHL does, or you know, that's kind of not cool. But like, it's still pretty awesome. Gotta admit. It's like, yeah. Also, I don't know, man. I'm just really talkative, and I'm like, great. Can't sleep. Great. Total.
Ball one, no strike.
Totally. You know. We probably just hit the minimum too, and we hit it
One
by like
ball, one strike.
10 seconds, right? And that's kind of like my guideline is like maybe I'll go a little
Ball, that's
over
out.
right now. It's my I say the minimum as like, and usually that's when I stop, but sometimes it's better to like just be acknowledging that the minimum is the barrier to do the video, you know? You know what I mean? That's my like acknowledgement of that. It's like, I'm not doing this just for the minimum, just quite yet, because I got my team, and oh, nice catch. Let's see if Chris Davis can beat his AL West rivals here. I know he's not. He's now in the American League East, but yeah, it's like one of those things you got to be a little bit get some revenge, especially when you've been traded to like a team that's not very good, and especially one like mine where I'll straight up
Ball
say
one.
it, I'm tanking. You know, everybody that sucks and is over like 30, you know, your days are numbered here. So yeah, right? You're like, okay. Like, because Chris Davis is like 32, and I actually think it's like one of those things. I don't hate guys that are old over 30. It's just, we're rebuilding. It doesn't behoove us to do that much. You know, um, that being said, oh come on. Oh. It's also like another thing I kind of gotta keep reminding myself. When you have a bad team, just lose. Don't fucking care about the score, you know?
Nope, outside.
Lose, lose, lose.
The count's 1-1.
We're in the American League East, but we're gonna suck. We're failures. But hey, I say that with like respect because it's like you gotta suck. Again, we took over the Baltimore Orioles and put them in Hartford. That's a bag of suck. You know? That is like taking a whole can of suck, really. Playing the what is it? I'm gonna show his ERA in a second. So I want to see his ERA. Hang on, let's go to that. His statistics. His ERA is 7.54. He sucks, but yeah, he's not doing that bad. I mean, it's 200 home runs, not that bad actually. Yeah.
Nope, that's a ball.
Again, we took the
Count's
can of
1-0.
suck and we downed it and asked for more. Because we're not good. Yeah. So I'm not afraid to admit it either. It's kind of like obvious we're starting bad players. We're not competitive. We don't really care because again we trade away all our pieces for prospects. And I'll say prospects because I don't want to say garbage. Jazz
Ball
Chisholm
one.
is 21. The other guy was 19. You trade him away for those guys, you're going through some lean years already.
Ball,
Might
that's
as
out.
well start looking to see if I can get some guys in free agency that might be trade assets or something too. That'd actually be a good idea
The count,
because I do
2-1.
need more outfielders for one reason, one really good reason.
Aye.
I have no defense in the outfield. I love Chris Davis. I actually even love the other guy in right, but they're not good defensively. You know?
He's down.
It's like one of those Dwight Smith Jr. guy's name. So I guess that's it. Thank you for watching. Please have a great day, have a great Sunday night, and great rest of the week, you know? Alright, thank you. Bye-bye.